Hey, do you need some encouragement on this Thursday? Let's get to it. Welcome to Encouragement at Emmanuel, and I'm Pastor Gray, and I'm glad you're here, and I just want to give some shout-outs, and somebody said on YouTube on the comments, so please make sure you go comment, and on YouTube, on Facebook, and so I'll be able to see everybody that's coming up, and but we would love for you to do a couple of things, housekeeping. Email us at office@ebclongview.com. So this episode, I'm going to be encouraging you on whatever topics you have. So whatever topics you have, send it our way. And the email address will be at the bottom of the screen, office@ebclongview.com. And if you're on Facebook, share with everybody. Let everybody know what you're doing. I think that's how that works. And if you're on YouTube, then super chat us on YouTube, send stars on Facebook, and comment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I don't know what that means, but ring the bell. And it sounds like a Christmas song, right? So it sounds like that's what's going on. But I'm so glad that you're here. I was rushing into the studio to get here in time. I was at the hospital and visiting one of our members. In fact, two of our members, Brother Latham, and he was having a procedure done. And just pray for him because he's struggling right now. Got to pray with Miss Latham, and then got to pray with Mrs. Zapata. And while I was there, got to see the family, and one of our widows was there. Mrs. Zapata's sister, Connie, was there, and so we got to take this picture, and so we were there in the waiting room and got to truly got to spend some time together. And if there is a family that I love, it is this family, and all the sisters and the sister-in-laws and Brother Zapata, Miss Zapata. Of course, you have Jared and doing a wonderful job there in Houston. But we praise the Lord for that. So keep them in your prayers as you go along. Some birthday announcements. Here you go. You ready? Brother Londo, birthday's on the 26th, and Brother Summerford on the 26th. Caitlin Vargas on the 27th. Karen Green, Yvonne Hardy, Marcia Horner, Josh Perez, all on the 28th. And then Kim Gaza on the 29th. And then on Halloween, Marcel Alvarez Sr., and then on November 1st, David Dean, Lenora Flynn. So just a couple of shout-outs there. And while you're traveling down the road or wherever you're at watching this, go ahead and send me a selfie. Email it to office@ebclongview.com and get that to us, and we would love to put that up. And that email address will be there at the very end. Hey, Encouragement at Emmanuel, let's take a poll. Are you ready? Tomorrow is the 31st, and so let's take a poll and see what y'all think. You ready? Is it you like candy corn? Yes or no? That's the poll. Are you a candy corn type person? And how exactly are they going to be doing the poll? How exactly? Y'all help me out. And by the comments, right? So on the comments, let us know if you are, if you are candy corn or no candy corn. And we have two things going on. We have Facebook and Mrs. Howie. Thanks for tuning in. And one of our faithful widows tuning in. And then over on YouTube, it says party time, party with Pastor Gray. And I'm not quite sure how much of a party we're going to have going on, but we're going to get this thing done. And then Tanya Osborne. Tanya, hello to you. And a couple of shout-outs here. And watching from Decatur, Texas, my son Ethan Burns is a student at Tibbs. Yes, the Tibbs hat right there. And so we love Ethan here. And Tanya, yours is November the 4th. And so there you go. Ready? So candy corn, yes or no? But here you go. Candy corn. But if you weren't a diabetic, what's the answer there? No. No, thank you. So candy corn. Did you know this? Are you ready? Did you know that if you took all the candy corn and you stacked them up, let me just qualify this. I am half a candy corn guy. And I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I like biting off the end of the candy corn because I don't like the center. But you know why they call it candy corn. And because, here's why. If you took all the candy corn and you put it together, see, only on encouragement at Emmanuel will you learn things like this. Are you ready? There you go. And you put it all together, and you absolutely have an ear of corn. So if you're looking for something to do tomorrow and trick-or-treating is not your deal, we won't get into that. Trick-or-treating is not your deal. And go ahead and put all that together. Make your own candy corn. So, oh my, it's coming in. Yes, Caleb Alderson, yes. And Miss Martinez, yes. Team Candy Corn. Okay, Miss McConnell, candy corn. Oh my soul. Ashley Parker, candy. Missionary Ethan Graham, no. And let's see what's going on over on candy corn, yes or no. I'm going to go ahead and put no on the poll on YouTube. And are you telling me that no on YouTube is up to 82%? Am I looking at that right? Are you serious? Man, it's YouTubers against Facebook, isn't it? Because Facebook, people love candy corn. YouTubers, you don't like candy corn. Oh, it's the showdown right now. And hey, we've had a good time at our revival coming up. And last night, we had the ending of our revival. We started Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. And we weren't live except for Sunday night. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we had a great time. I'll be showing you some pictures from the revival here in just a moment. But I want you to enjoy a couple of specials here. We're going to start out with a trio. And then I want to show you a special from, we're doing the trio first, right? And we're going to do the trio first. And this is my family. This is Miss Kelly. And in the center is Jordan, my youngest son. And then my daughter-in-law, Grace. And I just want to thank Grace and Jordan. I have 3 beautiful grandchildren. Deanna's given me 3 beautiful grandchildren. So we are blessed people. But enjoy the special, and then we'll be right back.
Build castles tall enough to reach the skies above. If you could know just everything there is to know about life's gain, then you'd know nothing until you've known the love of God. Until you know the loving hand that reaches down to a fallen man and lifts him up from out of sin where he has trod. Until you know just how it feels to know that God is really real, then you've known nothing until you've known the love of God.
Now if in your lifetime you could meet everybody and know the names of everyone from here to yon, but if you have not come face to face with Jesus and his saving grace, then you'd know nothing until you've known the love of his love. Until you know the loving hand that reaches down to a fallen man and lifts him up from out
he has tried, until you know just how it feels to know that God is really real. Then you've known nothing until you've known the love of God. Until you know just how it feels to know that God is really real. Then you've known nothing until you've known the love of God.
Oh, I love listening to my family sing, and always a joy to do that. Hey, don't forget to send us any questions you have. I'm going to be answering those real time, and I only received one that I answered here in the studio and by Edwin, and so I'm going to circle back around and answer that here in just a moment. But if you have any questions, email them to us, office@ebclongview.com. Send pictures in of where you're at, office@ebclongview.com, and we'll just kind of get this thing going. Right now, candy corn on, no candy corn on YouTube at 80/20, is that right? 80/20, and so that's amazing. And on Facebook, what do you think? Yep, candy corns, yes. Oh, my soul. So here we go. And so comment, like, subscribe, send us stars, ring the bell, whatever the case may be. Okay, so when we were growing up, don't judge me, but when we were growing up, we loved the Muppets. And I don't know if you like the Muppets, but there was a character on the Muppets known as the Swedish Chef. And any time that I can pull a segment from the Swedish Chef, you gotta love it. So here you go. Encouragement. You need a little bit of laughter. Turn the volume up high, and let's get it done. Here you go.
First turn and make it for the jack-o'-lantern. First, you get the slicey dicey for making the pumpkin gooch.
He's getting a knife. I'm scared.
Don't rat yourself. Watch this. Hey, guy.
Yep.
You don't want to be using no knife like that.
No?
No, you want to use like one of them battle axes.
Ooh, the battle action. Okay.
What are you doing?
Relax, kid. This ain't my first Halloween. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Whoa, hold it there. You know, now that I see the actual battle axe, it looks so old-fashioned. Yeah.
Oh.
Now, you want to be a modern chef, right?
The modern chefin'.
You know, with a modern kitchen?
The modern kitchen.
So maybe I'm thinking you need one of them chainsaw thingies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Chainsaw. You'll never have one of those.
I gotta admit, I did not expect a chainsaw.
Let me try. Hey, Pally, what you're really looking for is a bazooka. A bazooka. A bazooka.
Oh, there's the bazooka.
Good one.
Sorry about that.
I blame myself. If we make it to Thanksgiving,
Yeah?
you're on your own.
For the pumpkin pie, on the bazooka.
Okay.
Wow, that guy really knows how to sell it.
Yeah, well, tell him to save the receipt. I want my money back.
Okay. I love stuff like that. To me, that is hilarious. So, with the Swedish Chef, we were at the singles renewal, and I was imitating the Swedish Chef. Ready? Should I do my Swedish Chef imitation? All right, you ready? So it goes like this. Right? I cannot believe I'm doing this. Here we go. You ready? Ishka borshka be a daty doom, dork daty doom, pork. Today we're going to cook the chocolate mousse. Okay, so that is the only thing. So anyways, this is good. Brother Brakeen or Miss Brakeen, I'd rather eat a moderate, pleasant-smelling candle than candy corn. Same thing. There you go. And so I think Edwin would agree on that one. So, but hey, questions. Are you ready? So let's get into some questions. And so I'm kind of looking, if you have questions, now's the time to do it. So let's start with what is your carry? Is that what this means? What is my pistol that I carry? So 1, I do carry. 2, my carrying is an M&P 9mm shield, 9mm, and I yes. And would I use it? I would hope I would never have to use it. But there you go. But let's encourage a little bit, if we could. Some questions have come in, and someone asked this question. And there's one that just came in. So somebody asked this question: is there one person that God has for you to marry, right? So does God only have one particular person that you're supposed to marry? And if you miss that person, how does this all work? Well, the Bible does not speak to that, but the Bible does speak in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, in verse number 39, and listen to what the Lord has to say here. You ready? The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. But if her husband be dead, listen to this, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord. There are two things going on here, so if I can just encourage everybody, the Lord does not force us to get saved because we have a free will. And the Lord does not force us to marry one person. He does, however, tell the widows, which is very interesting. It's in the same chapter. In verse number 38, it says, so then he that giveth her in marriage doeth well, right? So he that giveth her not in marriage doeth better. A big theological explanation of that verse right there. Just suffice it to say that this whole chapter is about marriage. And then he ends up by saying, if a widow now can marry again, that she can marry whomsoever she will, but it just has to be in the Lord. So here's how I look at it. God's given all of us free will, and I truly believe that if they're saved, if they meet the qualification for everything that is going on, then it's your choice. So I think here's how you look at it in such a crude way to do this. There's the parking lot of all the available people that are in the Lord. There's the parking lot of cars. Go pick one. And as long as it's in the Lord. Isn't that just terrible analogy? So if all the available people will meet in the parking lot at Kroger's, and I'm just kidding. So I don't know if that helped. Edwin was the one who asked that. But I truly hope that it did. We have another question, and that question is, oh, my soul. And here we go. We'll put it on the bottom of the screen. Thank you. And so my eyesight, for whatever reason. How do you redirect a young person, age 6, who just isn't feeling it? Woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Put that one back up there, because this is going to be just, I don't know what's happening right now. I think that's what's happening. So put it back up there. Put it up a little bit. How do you redirect a young person, age 6, who just isn't feeling it, woke up on the wrong side of the bed? So let me answer it this way, and this is where I think that the experience with RG comes in, because if you would have asked me this before RG and before Miss Kelly, kind of helped me with this, there's a fine line between what RG couldn't do and what RG wouldn't do, right? If waking up on the wrong side of the bed means they had a restless night and they just had, it wasn't a good night. Maybe they're sick, maybe they're not feeling well, then that is understandable. You redirect that through comfort, love, and just take some time, right? 6 years old. But if they woke up on the wrong side of the bed and they just have a stinking attitude and it's that old nature coming out, that depraved nature coming out, then I think that you have to parent from the inside out, and you have to very much put them on a path of obedience, okay, and that obedience. So you're going to have to give them a good game plan. How do you direct traffic? And one of these days I'll get Miss Kelly to come back because she would be excellent at this kind of, she would be excellent. And she would be excellent at this kind of stuff. So again, if you have questions, kind of put them in there and send them my way, and I would love to answer it. And so I just got this text from somebody, scared to ask you on YouTube, but what is the Bible stance or your stance on being a single female missionary or being a single female going into missions? Wow, what a great thing. I do believe that being a missionary requires a call. I just don't think anybody can say, hey, let me get out of here and let me go do mission work. It's very strenuous. So I would say this: you have to know that this is a call that God has on my life. I think the second thing that I would tell you is for the ladies. I think the Bible is very clear that a young lady that doesn't have a husband, that she needs to understand she may not have a husband, but she's still married. She is married to Christ. And the Bible is very clear in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 that a single person, regardless of the gender, is to please the Lord in everything that they do. They're to serve the Lord without distraction. All that being said, Romans 16 tells us that there are ladies there in Romans chapter 16 that were a help. I think the lady has a built-in nurturing part of her that God gives that gender, where men are very cut and dry, and you tell us something that's going on, we don't care. And we take all the emotion out of just get to the facts. I think a lady missionary, absolutely, whether it be a medical missions, a nurse, or going as a caretaker, and we have a lot of phenomenal single missionaries that have a call of God on their life, and they will take their time and they will go to the mission field and they will help a person, they'll help a family, they'll help caretake when the children are small, they'll help educate the children so that the parents can fulfill what God's called them to do. So thanks for that, because I really believe that God has a call in everybody's life. And there are some of the brethren who feel like, no, you don't have a husband, you can't go to the mission field. And I think that's total craziness. Now, I do believe that where a husband helps a wife in that call, right, I do think that it's very important that a pastor be involved. And I do think that the young ladies' parents need to be involved. But I think the best thing is that everybody's okay. Everybody's taken care of. So if you have any other questions, I won't let the broadcast end without us getting it done. And so where are we at on the candy cane, candy corn, I should say. And let's see here, kind of help me out. And so if there's anything else, so let's go to the revival photos, and I'll come back and answer any questions if I could. We had a revival. We had a good time, and so just want to give some shout out to some people. And there you go, Crystal, Miss Fernan. You can kill me later, these kind of photos, but we had a good time. Okay, this is by far my all-time favorite photo. And that is Brother Castillo. Go back. That is Brother Castillo. And can you go back? Okay, that was Brother Castillo, Miss Castillo, and during the revival, I preached on the. There you go. That's awesome. I'm going to take and go one by one. Brother Jordan, he's in the control center. So last night I preached on the spirit of Jezebel. So we took Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we talked about the different spirits that could come into a church that would hurt a church. We had the spirit of the Nicolaitans, the spirit of Balaam, and then we had the spirit of Jezebel. That was pretty interesting. And while we were holding that, the children were holding their own revival in the gymnasium. But this year we didn't go live. We didn't broadcast any of the revival. We met in the dining hall. We packed that out, and we had a great time. And I just want to say to the members of EBC, thanks for supporting everything and coming out. But when those three spirits come walking in the back of the room last night, it was pretty good about everybody's reaction, because they didn't know that they were coming this way, and they had no idea. And hey, I just want to tell you that I appreciate you stopping in, and I hope everything's been good. I don't think we have any more questions, do we? And so I think we're good on that. The other day, I was at the altar after church, right? And one of our young men came up to me, and he said, "Pastor, watch." And so he got on his head, and he went and did a flip, right? So when he did a flip, I said, I can do a flip. So you wonder what pastors do at the end of a service. Do we go back and do we really meditate on, how did the sermon go and how can I better change lives, right? No, what pastors do is they have fun. So here's what I did on a Sunday morning after church. And he, okay. To me, I love this kind of stuff. And I can stand on my head, so I have not lost the art of standing on my head. I just don't do it in public. Well, that's not true either. I did it at camp. So anyways, hey, I think that you'll enjoy the ending congregational, and we love singing here at EBC, and I love leading the singing, and so praise the Lord on that. Before we go, who won? No candy corn or candy corn? On it really it's really balanced, right? So on YouTube, okay, here we go. On YouTube, it was no. So let's put it up. 68% of y'all said no. And go ahead and put that ending poll up there. Okay, that's crazy right there. So 68% of you YouTubers don't like candy corn, right? What was it on Facebook? On Facebook, was it yes? Was the majority up, you think? Okay, so you Facebookers, you love candy corn. You YouTubers don't love candy corn. So that's the consensus right there. Thanks for being here. We will be back next Thursday live here in the studio. And I'm going to get Miss Kelly to be here. In fact, I don't know if she's watching right now, but y'all, if you know her number, text her and tell her, Pastor did a terrible job on encouragement, and you really need to be there. So anyways, hey, I love you. May you be encouraged on this day, and I just wanted to take this 30 minutes and just let you know we love you. Enjoy the congregational. Everybody will be happy over there. Sing along if you know it, and I will see you next week. God bless you. Are totally confused right now where you're supposed to sing. Robert, the look on your face was worth $1 million because you're like, where's it at in the songbook? It's not in there. Amen. We're starting our own songbook. Here we go. Ready? Flip to the chorus, if you will, because when it starts, everybody will be happy. That's the guys, right? And then girls, you have the everybody, you have the echo. They have the echo. Do you want to come sing? No, I didn't think so. All right, here we go. That's what it is. Back up. Here we go. Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers. Take a deep breath. And here we go. Hang on and let's enjoy it. Ready? Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, will be singing round the throne in that land where no one ever knows again. And the Christians of all ages will join in the triumph song. Everybody will be happy over there. Everybody will be happy. We'll be happy. We'll be happy over I could get it too, because I was always singing the girls' part, all right? Here we go. But I could sing the girls' part if you really want me to. No. Everybody will be. Okay, here we go. You ready? We will hear nobody praying. Sing it out. Here we go. We will hear nobody praying in the morning in the rain. For no burdens there will be for us today. All the people will be singing glory, glory to the Lamb. Everybody will be happy over there. Everybody will be happy, over there. People shout and sing His praises, sing His praises. Everybody will be happy over there. It's going to take you 4 verses just to get this one down. Here we go. There will